Okay, hello everybody. My name is Jonas Ihreborn. I'm, as she told, CEO or founder of a company that produces furniture in design area. It's basically most to contract market nowadays, but we also do to private sector. We have a production unit in Sweden, in Värnamo, where I live. But we also buy lots of components and some ready-made parts from different suppliers all over Europe, actually, and even outside. A little bit. We have a company here, a Rausas company that's here today. We buy chairs and woodcraft, and we have, for example, sewing in Estonia. We have lots of material. But we're going to talk about today is what is important for me as a buyer and a producer in Sweden when we have subcontractors and contractors that supply things to us. First, because there are a lot of things that... Okay, I shall try this one, like this. There is some undiscussable demands that you have to focus on. It's actually three very important things, and that is delivery. Delivery is undiscussable. On time, with the quality that they have agreed. It's hard to say that it can be discussed, but it's very different point of view how people are seeing on what is the quality is agreed, and that make many business only one-time business today, because they are not listening to what the client is expecting, what they want to have. They go from their own production or what they deliver to others, and they have something different in demands from another. They go straight to the end of that cooperation. Another thing that I very often have problems with, that is the communication between suppliers and the buyers that has in their time, and buyers or and buyers. It's often very long step between different production units and the end consumer or user. And if communication is not strong and rapidly, you lose time, you lose possibility to make changes, you lose a lot of money in doing things right again afterwards, for example. And one thing that is quite common, sometimes that's when communication not working, is that producers are guessing what the customer want to have. They don't know, they just take a hinge. And you can understand when a container arrives with something that is not exactly what the supplier had, the customer had thought they had bought. A single call, email or something can make such a big difference. And as you know, here my English is not perfect, and that can be a big problem when you don't have the easy way to communicate in the same language. And of course, it's write in your own language then, or in some other language you know better that might be connecting, or use pictures. Pictures is saying more than 1,000 words. That is the three things I focus on. Delivery time, right quality, and communicate. If you communicate in time, you can change plans. You have a possibility to to discuss if you can make a better way to do a good deal. And sometimes it's okay to make a later delivery, but sometimes it's not. You must get the problem solved on the way. And then we have transparency. That is something that Sweden is quite famous for, I think. We are quite open, honestly, and we are quite letting people see inside our company, and we have no what do you say, concealed secrets. We are quite open, and we think we are not unique. Everything can be copied of somewhere, and I think that is an old-fashioned way to be suspicious and think that everybody gonna rip you off, because some will do anyway sometimes. But involve the client, discuss and develop ideas about the product you are doing or the service you are supplying. Sometimes it can be the best way to get your client to achieve better affairs, so altogether it comes back to you. That's from the product view, but if we take it from the market, the sales, that is also very important. What are you selling? Are you selling what you have in your hand, the product you have in your machine, the service you provide? That is often a thing that you hook up on the detail of the product, and it's common that people not selling what the best selling part of you is. And probably it might be just you that is the best guy or man or woman who is a personality behind the good cooperationship that is a selling spot. Look, for example, we have a hamburger chain, McDonald's. What is their best sales argument? Someone knows? Brand?
Free.
Sorry?
Free or cold?
Might be.
Quality price. You get always the same everywhere, you know what you will get.
Yeah, it's quite safe. You know what you get. But actually, the biggest sales argument, that is time. I thought somebody should say hamburger, but good hamburgers. But actually, time is their best sell argument. They sell time. They can provide a hamburger in 5 seconds, and you just eat it, and you can rush on to next, and you know it tastes the same as it did last time. Fantastic. And you can get it everywhere. So that is another aspect where you, but in general, you can talk. You should think about what is your selling point, and reliability, delivery times, service, communication, all these round things that is around the product is because there are so many producers out there in the world that can produce, like me, sofas better than me. There are thousands of better furniture producers, but what I have a special contact with my clients and a communication that make them buy from me. So in that case, I'm a little bit unique to my clients. I just about markets. Sometimes many people are afraid of different markets, new people, new companies, and they are being a cloud of or mountain that it's so hard to go outside abroad and find clients. But Actually, if you go over the small water here, it's quite alike. And that is one of my big things when I think of the market. I don't try to make it so glorious big. I try to feel it like it's one part of me, because a client in Germany, Norway, Denmark, or Estonia, or everywhere, they are quite not that different. Of course, everybody is different, but they are. But today more than in internet and the information, everybody has quite good check up what is going on, and everybody have quite a lot of style. You have snowboarders in Helsinki, you have snowboarders in Spain, and they have the same interest and the same ideas. And that has made a big change in how to see on the market. Stress not so much over that. Take it. It's quite small out there. I used to say when I've done business. You can have bigger differences between Riga and some town outside in Latvia. You can be lucky if you have the product that everybody wants. So there are not sure that you have to have. If you invite, for example, some product that, so there are easier way to go than all this. But the chance that you are that lucky to find that product that are that unique that you can just rule the world, it's quite small chance, but it can happen. So, but if you don't have good products, that is what you say. You must have the product. If you don't try to force yourselves into the business. You just fail. That's step you must be quite sure about yourself. But if you get the product, you get the delivery times, you communicate to the customers, you have the biggest chance in the world to be a successful entrepreneur. Actually. Ads, advertisement, and this type of communication by media is very costly and very low effective. Don't spend a lot of money on advertisements. Spend money on your best client. Buy them a good dinner and be close to your customer. That's where you can make changes. If you go out in the media, you get so many other Coca-Cola and McDonald's that is putting in billions of dollars, and you get this tiny ad. That's the experience I really have. Price, always price question, but the price should be similar to the quality and the products. So that's not the biggest issue in the world, but of course the price shall be good. That's a little bit what I had in mind to talk about, so now you may come with questions and discussions if you have any special.
I would like you to tell the story about how you found this Latvian company.
Internet. Actually, it was I had a friend from Estonia in my house, and we was eating and drinking some wine and having a good time, and planning a little future. And we started to Google internet up and Google the important words of design, furniture, and we tried countries close. So we took like Latvia, furniture design, and whoop, mint turnout. And the next day I called to Anda and said, hi, I looked you up on the internet, and 1 week later I went to Riga, and we started quite fast to sell this. It's just in the beginning.
And how long are you already cooperating with your Latvian partners at this moment?
How long?
Yeah, how long are you together or working together?
1.5 years. With I mean.
What can you think? You were pretty successful cooperation?
Yes, it's starting to roll. It's we are not hurry, as I used to say. We have one day tomorrow, and we take one step and do it good, and we try to put it in the market with stability, not short-term relationships business. I see 10 years in focus when I'm planning. We have a big recession in the private sector in Sweden. So the premium products are losing area. And this is premium products that is a little bit high-end design, and it takes a little more time to put it to get consumers and buyers to be confident that it's a totally new line that is just and they have to see it a couple of times to get it. But we have some good business.
Are you representing your brand in Sweden or in Norway?
Scandinavia. Scandinavia.
Norway.
Yeah. Finland is very hard to get into. Yeah, it's much harder. Norway is going quite well. Norway is, I should say, the most easy market in Europe to get into. It's a little. One problem is they are not in the ECC community, so they are having this protection with the custom and yeah.
What's wrong with Finland?
Sorry?
What's wrong with Finland?
Finland, actually, it's quite small country. It's only 5 million, and they have. Oh yes, yeah. Sorry. Sweden is not big, 10 million. They have had a very big recession a couple of years ago, and their economy has been not so influenced of this big world economy. They have quite good, but the market is small, and the premium market is smaller. Actually, they don't have the same interest in home decorating and buying as they had have in Norway and Sweden.
So your product is more like a high class product, correct?
Yeah.
So not something standard.
No, we only sell to small interior shops in Sweden that are high end. Yeah. And our success is in contract market. We are raising the sales a lot there and taking a lot of, because in that area they are not so sensible of having the price right. They are more sensible of having the perfect quality.
And individuality.
So, sorry?
And individuality, like individuality.
Yeah. We are quite small, so we can do changes. We can do adjust to clients' needs. So if the hotel want a special sofa that is only X centimeter and have a special design, we can draw it. I can draw sometimes, I do, or other designers make, and we can produce just to that hotel. But it's harder the bigger the company get. And it's harder the longer way you put the production. If I should produce sofas in China We have 5 weeks delivery time in transport, and we have production and communication problems. That is outrageous. Many containers has been opened with a sad face. It's a waste of money and transportation and environmental. That is one thing we work with a lot, environmental thinking. We push a lot of money in developing new ideas of how to make them less environmental. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. And that we got good credits from especially government buying. Yeah.
There are no more questions. I would like to thank you very much.
Robert?